check in on what is left of the Lannisters. Now, Cersei does finally sleep with Euron, but is it to have a cover story for her pregnancy via Jaime, or is she just out of all cares to give?
She just don't give a
Yeah.
I actually thought this storyline for her was very sad. I've talked about this a little bit before, but like the way they've been portraying King's Landing, it went from being this place that there always was like a small court there, you know, greeting the king and queen, whatever. Now it's always dark. There's no one there beyond Qyburn and the mountain, and then Euron and Harry Strickland this time around. It's like empty, and even though obviously people are still there, it's supposed to give us this vibe of like Cersei has lost everything. She's lost her family, she's lost her lover, all her kids are dead, like she is left with nothing. And then when Euron is kind of challenging her, I think he knows that, and I don't think she wants to have sex with him, but I think she knows that if she loses him, she literally will have nothing left. And so she gives herself up in this way. And it was very, very bittersweet to me in how that happened. I also totally think Cersei's pregnant, and I know I'm the only person alive who does.
I do not. I think she's imagining it all, and it's going to drive her crazy.
Wow.
So,
interesting.
I just don't care about Cersei. I like your angle on this, because I think, that kind of emotionally came across, and I didn't really have a way to put it into words till you just said it. And I was like, oh, yep, that was that scene. But the pregnancy, I just don't see, other than the point to try and keep Jaime by her side, and now that he's gone anyway.
And
like,
manipulate Tyrion as well.
Yeah,
in that regard.
but they're gone, so they're not around. Like, I don't think she cares really anymore.
Well, there's that scene after Euron makes the comment, like, I'm going to put a prince inside you. Like, we're getting the shot of her alone, and she kind of like touches her stomach. And why would she do that if she's like in this private moment?
Not gonna lie, I was on eBay at that moment.
You're like, get me back to Winterfell.
I was curious with that if that was like if she's actually pregnant, or because didn't it with Maggie the witch, Maggie the Frog, the witch who basically was like, hey, no more kids for you. I don't know if she's able to have kids anymore per the prophecy. I'd be curious.
So I have
That's
a theory.
why I really think she's imagining it, and she's going to go crazy, and she's going to turn into the Mad Queen.
So I think there are like two versions of this. I'm sorry, I know I'm spending a lot of time on Cersei more than the show actually did. So I think that the prophecy is important. If you remember, it says you'll have three kids, gold their crowns, gold their shrouds, meaning she would only have three children and they all die. In the books, there was an additional part that didn't make it to the show, the Valonqar theory, which basically said like the Valonqar will be the one to kill you. That translates to little brother in High Valyrian, and she always assumed it was Tyrion, which is why she hated him. Could also be Jaime because technically she was born first. But I think actually, because she's only supposed to have three kids and she's saying she's pregnant, and I think she is pregnant, she might actually die in childbirth, and it'll be the little brother that kills her. And then I saw an additional theory that people are wondering, what if she dies in childbirth, giving birth to a dwarf like Tyrion, which her mother died in childbirth, and she always held that against him.
I like that
Perfect
theory.
George R. Martin poetic symmetry.
Yes.
I feel like there's a chance that if she is pregnant, it's obviously Jaime's baby, but she's going to use this to be like, haha, this is, now I can say that it's not Jaime's, because everyone would just be like, obviously that's your brother's
That's
kid.
her out,
Yeah,
right?
that's her way out.
Man, it would, while I do love that theory, and I think you're really onto something, it would kind of suck that after all this time and how much she's gone through, that she just dies in childbirth.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
well, that's how we white
then
women.
prophecy-wise,
Yeah.
she would still have 4 kids, even though one would kill her. So
Unless it dies in childbirth too, like they both die.
but then
it would still be a fourth dead baby. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how else to put that.
Maybe she has indigestion.
Yeah.
A urinary tract infection.
Oh God!
No.
Oh my!
No.
That was brilliant.